From NBC4i.com, increased black bear population in Ohio. There is a video in this, which we will watch further into the article. From prehistoric to present, my name is Ethan. This is Creature Guide Live Daily News. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you love talking about animals, and share the show with everyone you know. Now, let's get into the animal news of the day. So, black bears are becoming a more common sight in Ohio. This is really interesting because we haven't seen established breeding populations since the 1800s, prompting the State Department of Natural Resources to research the resurgence of the once locally extinct species. Um, in 2024, we got 210 sightings. This is excellent. Especially considering if you look at Indiana, I mean, there's far less sightings the in that state, which is just west of Ohio. And if you compare that to when we started monitoring in 1993, we only had 9 confirmed sightings. I find that shocking, even for 32 years back. That's quite surprising, considering there were only maybe a couple of individuals wandering to the state at that point. Every year, pretty much, we are seeing an increase in sightings of black bears in Ohio. Will probably skyrocket into the next year as well. So, as well in the state of Ohio, you have a wide array of other mammals, such as the um, hoary bat. So, the hoary bat in the region is around point 0.3 ounces, or a little over 30. No, no, no. That was with that was with this individual. So wait, is that him? No, this is him. Okay. This is the northern long-eared bat, which is not the same thing as a brown long-eared bat. That brown long-eared bat has much longer ears compared to its body size. Also, a very distinct morphology in general, so just overall structure of the body compared to the northern long-eared bat, which is around um, 1.3 ounces, or around 35 grams, whereas the hoary bat is around 0.28 ounces, or 5 to 8 grams. Both of these animals feed mostly on moths, so they're primarily insectivores, and they're also mostly active at night. Let's see. The jump in reports has prompted the Division of Wildlife to launch a research project to learn more about the species' movements and reproduction in the state by attempting to fit 10 to 20 bears with GPS collars in coming years. Wow. Okay. So they're immediately getting onto this. The neck bands remotely transmit location data to researchers. The ongoing project is monitoring the movements of a male bear collared in Northeast Ohio in July 2024. On June 3rd, the State Department also collared a female black bear in Ashtabula County. That county is just east of the city of Cleveland. So that's interesting. It's probably coming in from the Pennsylvania black bear population. The state of Pennsylvania has around 18,000 black bears on private land with the owner's permission, marking the first time a female bear has been fitted with the GPS collar in Ohio. So, well, this is really good news. So, let's take a look at the other animals in the region. So, this is the snowshoe hare. One of the interesting things about this specific member of Les Leporidae, so which is a family of the Lycomorpha lineage. So this also includes animals like the rabbits and pikas as well. So hares are distinct from rabbits, so they're very closely related. So the snowshoe hare doesn't always look brown. I mean, not brown, white. Despite its name, in the summer, it's completely brown. This is probably at some point in the fall, or possibly like early or mid spring, when they still have part of their white coat on them. The interesting thing is that during the winter, they're mostly feeding on bark, twigs, occasionally even evergreen needles, especially in regions where spruce trees or different types of conifers are more available. In the south, like in different parts of mainly like the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee and North Carolina, which is pretty much their most southern range as well. You can find them in northeastern Georgia, but they will be feeding on during the summer of the leaves of blueberry bushes, as well as different species of grasses. So they have quite a varied diet, and they don't really reach much more than 4 pounds, or a little over um, 1.8 kilograms. Let's see who else. I mean, they do coexist also with the eastern cottontail within this region. This individual is spooked by something. When you see a rabbit or hare's eyeballs exposed like this, he is very uncomfortable. So he's probably staring at a Canadian lynx. This individual is being chased by Canadian lynx, obviously, or maybe even a red fox, possibly one of the weasels within the area. It could be a black bear itself. They will hunt rabbits occasionally or hares. Let's see. We also have the southern bog vole, which is a member of the Crocetidae lineage of rodents. So this individual barely weighs little over an ounce or barely 30 grams. So they're quite small. They tend to feed on a wide variety of different species of grasses, as well as sedges, with fruits, fungi being a much smaller part of their diet. And then you have one of their predators, as well as snowshoe hare, being the gray fox, which inhabits much of the United States, but not Alaska. You can find it in different parts of southern Canada, much of the, I guess, central western United States quite absent of or from because there just isn't a lot of good habitat available. You tend to find gray foxes in regions where there's at least some area of trees. They are actually they are the most arboreal of foxes in the world. So they are very good at climbing trees. They have a very distinct foot structure, unlike the red fox that exists in the United States, as well as Canada, and even down to Mexico. You can actually find gray foxes all the way down to Central America. So they're quite common. They can reach somewhere around 15 to 20 pounds, whereas red foxes can reach over 30. And they have to be careful because occasionally red foxes will prey on gray foxes. And um, in some instances, when black bears are a bit more common, gray foxes are more abundant in the area, almost as if like the black bears help keep the red foxes at bay to an extent. There have actually been different trail camera footage or trail camera photos of black bears feeding with gray foxes, which is quite interesting. I think it was also down in Florida, I believe. The collars are programmed to fall off before their batteries die, typically after about 18 months. The effort will help researchers learn about bears' habitat preferences, survival rates, and frequency of reproduction, according to the State Department. You could also have it where these black bears might be coming in from West Virginia, which is also just east of the state. West Virginia has around 12,000 bears in that area. I know there are no brown bears in either the states, nor were they here historically. So let's take a look at this. Oh, okay. So yeah, he seems quite comfortable. Health seems quite healthy. Could be like a 200, 250 pound individual. And yeah, he's right at home. He's probably a young male that ventured in from Pennsylvania. He also seems to have like more of a cinnamon brown color on his fur texture. It's not something you tend to see very often in the eastern states. Usually it's over in the west that you see that kind of fur color. These are cubs. These look like yearlings. I'm glad that they're having fun though. They're so calm. Oh God, those aren't bears. Ugh. Okay. Well, so where was that by the way? Real quick. Okay, it was in Guernsey County. So Guernsey County is located over in central Ohio, which so it's adjacent to technically the town of Cambridge, located within inside of it, and also has Salt Fork State Park. So apparently, so these bears are everywhere within the state. So that is interesting. I mean, 210 sightings. We could have it where there are bears in every county, but it might just be where, in some instances, you could have it where a single individual is trying to find a certain good quality habitat in several counties. So this is really good to hear. Let me know what your favorite species of mammal is in Ohio. Oh, my bad. Currently, an estimated 50 to 100 black bears visit Ohio at some point during a given year, according to Kressling. She attributed the state's growing population to hunting regulations as black bears became illegal to hunt in Ohio in 1995. There weren't any there. Here's the thing. I am completely in support of, let's say, there's only two animals of a certain species in the region. One of them happens to attack you. I completely support, defense, and if you have to kill that animal. But hunting and they don't even exist in the state. Okay, that's a little far. And the current growth of forested areas in the eastern United States, current growth. I mean, there's plenty of forest within Ohio, especially the little hilly region, the southeastern area. Um, they could also be coming from Kentucky, since we have around 12 to 13,000 black bears in Kentucky. It's very exciting that we're having them naturally recolonize and starting to bring back that healthy population. It's definitely showing that we're on a great path with habitat management and the restoration of our forested areas in Ohio. Yeah, it's really good to know because pretty much outside of the white-tailed deer in Ohio, this was the largest species until recently. Whitetails, there are some individuals that can get over 300 pounds, but it's usually the individuals over in parts of the Great Plains where they have more access to certain nutrition. There are somewhere between 700 and 750,000 white-tailed deer within the state of Ohio. And here's a picture. These are really healthy bucks. It's probably during the fall because you can tell their neck is thickening. Okay, so let's see. Most black bears. Was that it? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let me know in the comments what your favorite species of mammal is in Ohio. And from prehistoric to present, my name is Ethan. This is Creature Guide Live Daily News. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you love talking about animals, and share this show with everyone you know, because nothing is better than all animals all the time.